going to show you a little bit about seed saving and how simple it really can be. I have just sliced up a zucchini out of our garden and made a really big round slice, and now I'm just going through and picking out the seeds. Now when you are saving seeds, you want to make sure that you are doing it from a you want to make sure that you're using a vegetable that is like an heirloom, because it's something that has been genetically modified. When you go to, or even like a hybrid, when you go to save your seeds and then plant them next year, you actually do not know what you're going to be getting, because a hybrid plant will not give you that parent plant when you replant those seeds. You may get one or the other, whatever was used to create that hybrid. So with an actual heirloom, you can be assured that you are going to get whatever it was that you were saving the seed from. You should get something that same. So this is a Black Beauty zucchini, and we have previously bought our seeds from rareseeds.com, which is great Baker Creek seed company, and I've had these for several years now. So I'm going to show you that we can just save these seeds really simply. All you're going to do is slice open your zucchini, and just like there are seeds inside, that's exactly what you're saving. So I just take it and start picking seeds out, and then you are just going to pick them out. If you've got like some of the pulp of the fruit on them, you're just gonna kind of wipe it off with your fingers. You can also run it under the water and wash them off really well, and then you're just gonna put them on a paper towel to dry. Now there are tons of seeds in a zucchini or a squash or a cucumber or whatever you're saving seeds from. You can do this with all of those. You can do this with zucchini, you can do this with squash, you can do this with a cucumber. And so you just pick and save, and then you're gonna leave them out to dry. And after they have dried, you just can, and I'm gonna dry like really, really well. So I might leave them laying out a week. Then you can take and put them into an airtight container. We use, like, I've got old pimento jars my grandma has saved for me, and I just put them in there. Or, you know, like if you had baby food jars or whatever, some type of little airtight container. You could even use like a Ziploc or something like that. And label them, and you'll have seeds ready for next year. So it really is that simple. You could do this with your summer squash, you can do it with winter squash, you can do this with pumpkins. Anything that has that seed right inside, if you dry it and it's an heirloom, then you can then save those seeds to use for next year. Same thing with watermelon too. Now some of your plants, like your leafy greens, your kales, your lettuces, your radishes, those are gonna be a little bit different. I'll show you how we are going to save some of those seeds from our herbs and different vegetables also. All right, now that I showed you how to save some seeds from some of your vegetables like the zucchini or squash, watermelons, pumpkins, things like that, I'm going to show you now how you can save seeds from some of your plants out in the garden that you leave to go to seed. So this is peppercress, and it is a really peppery, with like the lettuce family, and we put it in salads. So you can see that I let these go to seed. So what it means is that it went to flower first, like my oregano is going to flower here. After it flowers, then it will go to seed. And so this is how you can save seeds for the next year. So this peppercress has gone to seed, and you can see where these have dried. So inside of these little pods, I'm actually just going to break one off to show you. So these are the little pods, and inside of these pods, that one just broke open, are the seeds. And these seeds are actually what you can plant for next year. So let me break a couple of them open here for you. Now there are a few ways you can do that. See how those seeds are coming out of that little pod? So these little pods have the seeds inside of them. So if you break open the little pod, the seeds will come out. Let me show you another one. So here I just broke it open. You see those two little seeds that came out of the pod. So these are what I would save to plant next year. Now you might think, like, why are you saving these seeds when you can just go to the seed store, go online, go down to Tractor Supply or Home Depot or wherever you buy your seeds and buy seeds? Well, the reason is that what happens if those seed companies don't have seeds next year? What happens if this pandemic happens, or there's a shortage and you can't get your hands on seeds. In order to be able to provide food for your family, you're gonna need seeds to plant. So by doing this, I am securing a food source for my family for next year just by keeping or saving these seeds from this year's crop. Now you don't have to let every plant go to seed, just leave a couple. You know, enjoy the rest of it, leave a couple to go to seed, and you will have plenty of seeds for next year. So this is peppercress. Now you can do your lettuces like this, your herbs like your oregano. I'll do the exact same way. But come over and now I will show you how I'm going to save some radish seeds. All right, so now we're gonna look at cilantro actually first, and then I'll let you look at the radish. But you can see the cilantro started going to seed. Now what it means when cilantro goes to seed, let's see if I have any flowers. I do, I have a few flowers left. Look at this one. So here are a few flowers left on the cilantro. When it goes to seed, it starts with those little tiny white flowers. So after they start to close up, you'll see these little green here. Yep, those are your seeds. And then once they dry on here, you're gonna have these little dried seed pods. And you can look at them here too, still on the plant. These will be your little dried seed pods. This will be what you would save for your cilantro so that you could plant cilantro again next year. Tons of them on this one. So they will pretty much just like fall off in your hand when they are dried and ready to be harvested. See all these are all cilantro. So I think that's one of the neat things about cilantro is if you plant cilantro and eat it when it's the nice green plant, you have cilantro. It's great in like Mexican dishes. It's great for, we love it on tacos and guacamole and things like that. But if you let it go brown and start to dry, what you end up with, here's one that's fallen over here. What you then end up with is the seed here. And this can be used as coriander, or you can save the seeds to plant cilantro next year. So with cilantro, you kind of get like a double gift. You get cilantro if you use it when it's the green plant. You get coriander that you can use for cooking if you harvest it now. But what I'm harvesting for is to have these seeds for cilantro to plant next year. So this is lettuce, and this lettuce is not ready yet. You can see where the yellow flowers are turning into the little seed pods. And once these dry, they will be ready for me to collect for lettuce seeds. That's why it's just still sitting here. We've eaten all the other lettuce. I left two to go to seed so that we can save seeds for next year. It will, if I leave it like this, it will reseed itself, and this oregano will take over this entire bed. But I'll wait for some of this to go. It's already flowering. And then here you can see where this one's starting to turn really brown. This is where your seeds will actually be after your flower starts to die off. These will be your oregano seeds that you could just plant. All right, so this is a radish, and because I did the Easter basket radish, the radishes, I let a couple of them go to seed so that I could get different ones. So you'll see here the purple flower is the flower. And when this flower starts to dry off, it will make these little seed pods like this. And then you actually have to wait for these to dry. So I broke open one just so you could see the inside the little pod where the seed is being kept. So this is green, it's not fully mature, which is why you wouldn't want to keep this one. But once these little pods dry, you'll be able to get the seed out and you will have radish seeds for next year. So the seed will be brown when you go to actually harvest it. So this is an immature seed, but if you go, after you let your radishes dry off and just die off, you will have little brown seeds inside of these little seed pods. So this is why you should always let some of your stuff go to seed in your garden. So in my last video, I showed you this plant and asked you if you knew what it was and told you to comment below. This is actually called purslane, and purslane is a very healthy plant. in plants, it is the highest omega-3s you can get out of a plant. So you can take this and put it in salads. You can, we throw it in smoothies. This is called a Percy plant. And the flowers are yellow in the mornings when it's cool out. They were nice this morning. I should have gotten a picture. They were nice, pretty yellow blooms. You can see, like in here, they're closed up now. But there were nice, pretty yellow blooms all over this plant. And as the heat of the day has come, they have closed up. But you can take this purslane, pull it straight off, and eat these leaves just like you would spinach or something in a salad. They are extremely high in your omegas. So very good for your heart. Very, very, very good plant. And it's actually known as a weed. You can find it growing wild in your yard a lot of times. But this one I did actually plant here. So your quiz for today is, what is this plant? It is easy to tell the distinction by the leaves and the flowers. They are edible. They are great in salads, and they come in different colors. If you know what this is, I want you to comment below and tell us if you've ever tried to eat one. It is spicy. When you eat it, you can just pull off the whole flower and eat it. I'm just going to do I grabbed a few petals here, but you can just take them and eat them, and they have a spicy flavor. You want to try one, dear? Here, let's video him trying the edible flower that you're going to guess and see if you know what it is.
I know what it looks like.
Just eat it. You taste the pepperiness in it? What do you think?
We'll throw it on our salad for lunch.
Yeah. It's really good, isn't it? All right, so this is your quiz for tomorrow. This edible flower has a spice, grow it in your garden, and it's good in salads. So comment below if you know what this is. I thought I was done showing you some seed saving until I picked our very first cantaloupe out of the garden tonight. So look at this. Do not discard these seeds. Scrape them out, wash them out under some water, and then you're gonna do just like we did with the zucchini. You're just gonna lay them out on your paper towel to dry, and you will have cantaloupe seeds that you can plant next year. So just be really easy scraping them out here, and this will be more than enough cantaloupes for us for next year. So again, just like with your zucchini, make sure you've got an heirloom. Make sure this isn't something that was cross-pollinated with something else, so that you are sure you're going to get an exact replica of what you have here. And here we go. I'm picking these out. You can take them. I got a little bowl here too. I can just stick some in this bowl, rinse them under the water really well, and lay the seeds out, and we will have plenty of cantaloupe seeds for next year. So I didn't want to end the video without showing you this one, because hey, it's just one more thing we got out of our garden and can help give us a little bit more food security for next year. Well, thanks so much for joining us on the homestead today. I hope this showed you how easy seed saving was. Right here I have my cilantro. We have zucchini inside now, and what was the other one? Oh, peppercress. Peppercress, cilantro, or coriander, whichever one you want to call it, and zucchini. And I'm getting ready to pick some squash, and I will be doing the same thing with the squash that I did with the zucchini. So saving seeds is not hard. Everyone should give it a try. Remember, you want to do it on your heirloom varieties, not a hybrid, because you cannot be guaranteed what you're going to get because of cross-pollination between the two parent plants. You don't know if you're going to get that actual vegetable or what other parent plant that it was crossed with is what you'll get. So make sure you're using heirlooms, and try saving some seeds this year. It'll give you and your family just even more food security. So if you like videos like this, give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We've got lots more gardening videos and projects and recipes, and we've got a little bit of a homeschooling and kids with special needs. We got a little bit of everything coming your way. You don't want to miss it, and we'll see you next time right here at Cram Farms.